let's talk about Facebook. A little side trail there. Let's talk a little bit about Facebook ads. Again, just like social media, you can do entire classes for weeks on end just on social media. I just gave you a little taste of what it is, and this is an approach that you can use. If you want help with it, just give me a call. That's what I do, right? Coaching. I coach people through these things. Let's talk about Facebook ads for a minute. Facebook ads are a great tool. They're an inexpensive way to get your message out there. They have great targeting. Facebook knows a lot about the people who are on it, both by the data that it has collected and then by data that other parties have collected, and then they correlate through the system. So a Facebook ad is just like this. This is an ad that I have run before, and it's made up of 3 primary things, but everything on here are things that I have put into the system. So the headline is this right here: the truth about leadership coaching. So I came up with that headline based on some different models of headlines that work. There's some tools out there, some swipe files that you can find. Look that up, swipe files, and that are headline swipe files, and they'll help you come up with good headlines. Start with those; they're training wheels, and then that'll get you going. So headlines, then you have the body copy, which is this stuff right here. And if you click the see more, it's long. It's not too long because I've tried really long and it doesn't work. But it's kind of medium length. It would probably be about here when it's done. So the body copy: no books. Books are hard to apply. Classes take way too much time away from work. What you need is a leadership coach. But leadership coaches are expensive. And then these emojis for money, and then there's curiosity there. What's this truth about leadership coaching? Obviously, I'm going to say that it doesn't have to be as expensive as it seems, and all that. So then the other piece is the image. So here's what the deal is. On Facebook ads, the image is there to grab your attention. That's the first thing you need. The image doesn't really, honestly, have to have anything to do with your message. In my case, I try and use ones that are close, because I don't just want to be. I don't feel it's right to have something that's not related to the message, but it has to be something that's grabby, that's going to get your attention and pull you in. This is actually a video of this businessman in a box, right? And he's pushing on the sides and trying to get out, and it grabs your attention, right? What's this guy doing in this box? What does that mean? The truth about leadership coaching. So the purpose of the picture is to stop people for a millisecond, and that's all you've got of their attention. If they happen to pass their eyes over your ad, you have a millisecond to grab their attention and get them to read the headline, because that's what the picture is there for. The picture is there to get their attention and sell the headline, get people to read the headline, and the headline is there to arouse curiosity and get people to read the body copy. The first couple sentences of the body copy are there to get people interested enough to click the button that says see more. Notice the purpose of the picture is not to sell your product or service. The purpose of the headline is not to sell your product or service, right? We need to walk our prospects through a process where before they get to your offer, they need to know, like, and trust you before you try and pitch them anything. So from this, you're getting their attention. They're interested and curious in what you have to say. So they're beginning to like you because, this is interesting. This is a really interesting thing he has to say. What is this Joseph guy going to say? Well, I'll click on this and I'll see some more. And then they'll maybe click on the offer to learn more. So then it'll take them to my squeeze page or my sales page, where they'll be able to learn more about it. So how do you make an ad? Facebook has an entire, I could do a whole class on this. Facebook has a tool that you use to create ads. And one of the great things about that tool is, how do you think people come up with the image that works, that really grabs people's attention, or that good head. There's so many possible headlines. That good headline that's really going to grab people's attention, or the body copy that really makes people interested to want to click. How do you figure that out? The way you figure that out is by testing. And Facebook now has this thing called dynamic creative, where you can put in multiple headlines, multiple versions of your body copy, and multiple images. So say you had 5 different images that you were going to try and test. You had 5 different angles on the body copy, what it was going to say, and 5 different headlines. Then you could put that in there, and that comes to how many possible combinations if you do that? And you probably already know, but I don't. So 5 times 5 times 5, 125 possible variations just from having 5, 5, and 5. Now, you also add to that, make 5 different ad sets because you set your audience at the ad set level. Now you're going to see 625 ads running to 5 different. So they're 100 and what was it? 125 different versions running to 5 different audiences. Each audience gets all these different versions. The system is now going through and split testing all of the combinations of headline, body copy, image, headline, body copy, image, this one, and mixing and matching them and finding the ones that work best for that audience. And if you run this kind of 625 or 125 ad test, you will find it's really, really amazing that there will be a group of 4, 5, 6 maybe ads that sell, and the other ones don't. And it's mind-boggling. I've been in so many forums where they'll ask, somebody will post a picture and their ad copy and their title and say, well, what do you think of this? And my answer is always, I don't care. Test it and see what works, because you have no way of knowing if this picture or that picture is going to be good. It is impossible to figure out what the mass of people will want to look at. So test it. And then once you've tested it, you can use something called the 3x3 method for scaling. So you end up with an ad that you end up knowing which image works best, which title works best, and which body copy works best for each of those audiences that you set up. So now you take that, you create a new ad. You take that ad and you copy it across 3 ad sets. And then, and then you take that and you do that to 3 of the exact same audiences. Does that make sense? So you got this image, you got the ad 3 times in an ad set. You have 3 different ad sets that are running to the exact same audience, and you set their start time to be exactly the same. And I learned this from Brad Bearden, and he is the chief marketing officer for Frank Kern, and he uses this. He calls it the 3x3 method. And what you're doing is you're kind of hacking the algorithm, not in a bad way. All you're doing is accelerating the learning by having the exact same. It has to be the same post ID, right? So you'll have to figure out where the post ID is and put the exact same post ID in every one of those 9 ads that you've created, right? 3 ads per ad set, 3 ad sets, 3x3 is 9, right? And you run those, and what happens is Facebook, I don't know how it does it, but through the process, it finds there will be a certain handful of ads that work better than other ads. And those are the ads that you use. Shut down the bad ones, keep the good ones going, tweak, get it to be just right, and you're always modifying a little bit and keeping things going. And then once you've got something that works, keep it going until it stops working, which it will, because Facebook always modifies the algorithm. New things come up, and so they're adding and changing things. So don't think that you'll be able to leave it and it'll run forever. It won't. It'll maybe run for a couple months, and then Facebook will change something, and you'll have to figure out how do we change it to make that happen. But that's it about Facebook ads. So your action steps are missing for this one. Your action steps are to go out there and make your first video. Figure out what you're going to do. Am I going to be a video poster? Am I going to be an audio blogger? Am I going to be a written blogger? What is my mode of communication going to be? And then get accounts on Canva, on Venngage, on Lumen5, and on Raw Shorts or Powtoons. And get yourself those accounts and get things going so you can start to see this social media machine working. This is a great system, and we'll talk about systems next. This is a great system to delegate. I have delegated mine to my social media manager, who I found on Fiverr. She's fantastic. Not everyone on Fiverr is fantastic, but she happens to be really good. So if you want, let me know, and I will give you her name. And if she's got room still, she will bring you on. And she knows how to use the system already, so it'll be easy for you. That's it. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to start your social media marketing. I'm not going to tell you that you have to start doing Facebook ads. There's a whole bunch to know about doing that, and I don't want you to spend a bunch of money and get lost. Give me a call, talk to me. We can talk about getting you going with something. But when I first started doing Facebook ads, I lost thousands of dollars on testing. That in the end, I could have done some other things and it would have been much easier. Unfortunately, I don't have time, and this audio is already too long. So just give me a call and we will talk about Facebook ads. All right. Thank you for being here, everyone. This is Joseph Flahiff. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.